Hey you guys, it's Alyssa and I wanted to do an informational video on ear stretching. It's very important that you do it safely and cautiously. Same thing, but I mean, still you really have to be extremely careful. You do not want to have a blowout that is painful. I've heard. I mean, I do it safely, but still like I do it kind of fast and it's not good. I'm a size 2 and I really a lot of you ask me, where does your authority come in this? I did my research before I started stretching my ears, and honestly, when I thought about it, I was just like, oh, it's kind of scary, it's a permanent body modification. If you go past a certain, you know, if you go past a certain size, but you can go to probably a 00 and still go back to a normal ear hole. I mean, because I've had a friend who did that, and her ear holes are just like fine. But I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of quick tips before you start stretching if you're interested in stretching your ears. Okay, this is a taper. This is a taper. It is used for stretching. It's a tool. It is not jewelry unless, okay, like I understand how you wouldn't want to wear these in your ears. That's really not a 10, I don't think. It might be. Yeah, it's a 10. It's a 10. But you wouldn't want to wear these in your ear holes. You would want to wear something like this, right? So what you would do is you would just wear the taper until you're up to a certain size. I stopped wearing my tapers at it was either a 10 or an 8. I stopped wearing tapers because I wore the tapers for like maybe 2 days after I did it because it hurt really bad to like do it, to like switch out the plugs and the tapers. But you do not want to wear a large size taper as jewelry for more than a few days. This is a plug. This is the actual jewelry that you use to put in your ears to keep it, it's a plug. This is what I like to call a pretty plug. A pretty plug is a plug with a design on it. That's a lot different, and a lot different than just a plastic plug like this. It's a lot different because it's a lot, and you twist it on and it's just kind of, it looks different, it feels different in your ears, but I like to call them pretty plugs or screwy plugs because you screw them on. Oh, it's really cool. I didn't get to show you guys the thing. It's Ed Hardy. You guys can see it. I don't know if it's focused, but it says love kills slowly. I've always been a big fan of Ed Hardy. I have a couple other plugs that I like. This turned into a pretty plugs video. I like that video. If that girl with the really pretty hair, yeah, I like her. She's cool. This is not, it's not a normal plug. This is a double flared plug. You have to have a lot of guts to get this in your ear because it's almost like sizing up a size. It's literally almost like sizing up because it's all like, the size is that the middle is the actual size, and this is like bigger, and I find that very flustering. But I bought these for my sister. I don't even know why I have them. I guess she left them here, but I got them for her a while back. Let me see. These are 4s, and I thought they were really pretty. So, my mom gave these to me because she was a 2, and so she passed them down to me. But now I'm a 2, so I can't wear them anymore. But anyway, back to the educational part of this video. You never want to dry stretch. Dry stretching is when you don't do it without any kind, when you do it without any kind of liquid, like even water will help. Like, it's easier to stretch up after a shower. I usually stretch up in the shower because it's just so much easier. Like, while you're like washing your hair, you be like, oh, push it in a little bit more. It helps. It really does. It's not as like painful I would say it just goes in easier. There is a stretching lube. Sounds really weird, but there is stretching lube that you can use for your ears. I've used a lotion at one point. And you really need Tylenol because it'll give you a headache if it won't go through as quick and as painless as you want. But it is quite painful. It does sting. I'm not even gonna lie. It's not a pleasant experience, but it's addicting. Once you start, you don't want to stop. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna stay at 2 for a while, and I was already trying to shove the 0 through my ear, and I was just like, the sizes, the smaller size, the bigger. Like, okay, a 14 is the smallest size, and so from a 14 to a 12, and then from a 12 to a 10, and from a 10 to a 8, and from an 8 to a 6, from a 6 to a 4, from a 4 to a 2, from a 2 to a 0. I'm at a 2 right now. But from a 2 to a 0, and then from a 0 to a 00, and then the next size after that is 7/16, I think. I'm pretty sure, but I don't plan on going past 00. But be very, very cautious about how often you size up. I did it twice in a week before, and that was really stupid. I mean, it didn't really hurt that bad, but now I'm more likely to have a blowout. But my ears heal really well. I mean, the entire time I've been stretching, my ears have only bled, I think, twice. And you're always going to have what I like to call a bitch ear. Like, one of them's going to hurt worse. For me, it's this one, because I sized this one up before. Because it just slipped through, and I was just like, oh, I'm a 2 now. Okay, and this one I had to size up with the taper. So I was just like, oh, God. Well, that's all the advice I have to give you. Don't skip sizes. Be really careful and be prepared for pain. And if you don't want to go back to a normal ear hole, then go bigger. But if you do, then please don't be, oh, I'm gonna go back to a normal ear hole, but I want to go bigger. So if you want to size down to a different to like a normal ear hole, then just don't go past the 00, I would suggest, because I know someone who had a 00, but she took it out and she has normal size holes now. So, just be cautious about it, be smart about it. Trying to think if there's anything else. Can't really think of anything. If I left anything out, please let me know. I'm not saying that I'm an expert on it, but please, please, please take the little bit of advice that I can give you and just take it slow. Make sure you're doing it at your comfort rate. Like, I've slept with tapers halfway through my ears before, and it turned out fine. So just be really careful, and please take the advice that I'm giving you. And I promise I did do my research, a lot of research and YouTube video watching about this subject before I actually did it. And you could get a whole set of these. Like, I have all of this jazz and all of that jazz over there. I got it for like $20, and it goes all the way from 14 to a 00, and you could buy even bigger sizes. So it was $13, and plus shipping and handling, whatever, off of eBay, I think. And it's really a commitment, and it's a body modification, so it's permanent if you go past a certain size. So please take the advice and be safe with it. Alrighty, that's all the advice I have for you guys today. Please subscribe to my channel, like my videos if you want more videos about this subject. I mean, there's not really much more I could say, unless y'all want to see more of my pretty plugs, because I have a pretty decent amount of them, even though I'm not going to stay this size for a while. If you want, you guys can like my videos, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and then Facebook. I have all that stuff down there. My Instagram is the Hoovian Princess, hashes between all the words, and Twitter is at EllisJordan16. Please subscribe to my channel if you have the chance. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye. Stretch safe.